Ellie. We're going to be feeding our wee penguins here today. So Ellie's going to feed and I'm going to chat to you about them. So, I'm not too loud down here, am I? Alright, cool. So here at the Antarctic Centre, we are not a zoo environment. We are a welfare centre. All of our little penguins in here, they have an injury deeming them unfit to survive in the wild. So we have penguins that have got blindness to an eye, or a paralysed flipper, or a foot problem, a leg problem, all sorts of reasons which would mean they'd simply be predators food, or they wouldn't be able to swim properly, or they'd get eaten by a predator or drowned. So they are spoiled rotten in these flesh retirement villages with us. We have two different species in here. We have little blues and white lippet penguins. So an example of a little blue is Bright Eyes here, with her blue and red tags on her right flipper. So they are the smaller and darker of the two, and you can find them all around the coastline of New Zealand and also southern Australia. And the other type of penguin we have is the white lippet penguin. So an example of one of them, it's quite hard to see with this little standing down here, is one there's yappy swimming around with this little black and red tag on his leg flipper. So he is bigger and lighter than Bright Eyes, and he has two white stripes, one along the top and the underside. So that's the difference between the two. Those white lippet penguins, however, you can only find them here in Canterbury, and there is only currently a few thousand breeding pair of them. So many, many less. Try to get that over to Bright Eyes. So, you can see they've got their little coloured tags on their flippers. That is for you to shelter with food. So we do have a couple of charts up around the enclosure. Oh, actually, yes. Good girl. It's alright, you can feed you up. So you can't tell if a penguin is a boy or a girl just by looking at them externally, because all of their little reproductive organs are in shadows inside their little body. So what we have to do is take a tail feather and we send it off to the lab for DNA testing. So when we get those results in, it gives us those penguins' approximate ages, but it tells us for sure whether they are a boy or a girl. So the boys are tagged on the left, and the girls are tagged on the right. So the boys are left out, the girls are always right. And if you do see the same coloured tag on opposite flippers of two different penguins, they are a couple, they are partners. They don't make the line known. The only two species of penguin that do are the rockhopper and the Humboldt penguins. These guys, same divorce rate as us, comes down to their individual personalities. Some are really loyal. We do have Yippee and Squirt, and they've been together 8 whole years. But then we also had Tubby and Baby. They were together 7 years. One day we arrived though, we found he'd moved to next door to Bright Eyes, the younger woman I left her. Every now and then they can split, but they can be very loyal too. They're just very, very different little personalities. So in the wild, these little penguins, they don't have a very long lifespan at all. So several years tops, pretty much all they'll survive to out there. So many things that hurt them and kill them out there. Dogs without legs, possums and ferrets and stoats, parasites and diseases and lack of food. In the sea, of course, sharks and seals and orcas, so many things. And don't forget us, we play a big part in their decline in the wild as well. So our cars and our boats and our jet skis, they get caught in fishing nets and fishing line and hooks and things. And we're all aware how big a problem plastic is in the sea. So it's really no wonder they don't live a long life. But in captivity, such as a place like here with our spoiled rotten, so they get a beautiful clean pool, excellent quality fish, dedication to safety. We've got to clean out their beds every day, no predators anywhere, so they can survive for a good number of years. So we currently hold the record here for the oldest little blue in captivity in the world, and her name was Toto. We lost her 3 years ago, but she was 25 years old when she died. The only reason she did in fact pass away was because she had a cancer growth in her tongue, and it was restricting her breathing. Apart from that though, she was a healthy girl. We lost our old boy Danny 2 years ago. He was 23, and unfortunately 3 weeks ago we lost our old boy Tubby, and he was 21. So they can survive for a long time without those things that do hurt them as well.